For such a small gland, the thyroid can really wreak havoc in your dog's body when it's out of balance. Now, one of the most common issues is hypothyroidism or low thyroid function. Now, this can be related to autoimmunity along with other causes, but regardless of what is underlying it here, what you feed your dog is an essential piece in the puzzle. So today I'm going to look at 4 of my top foods that your dog's thyroid loves but also needs to keep functioning and help prevent issues such as hypothyroidism. So stay tuned to learn more. Hi there, it's Lyndall Pinchin, Canine Naturopath from Canine Vitality. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Happy healthy dogs. If you're new to the channel, then thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe today and also click on the bell to be notified of my weekly content. And welcome back if you're a regular watcher. I do appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for the support. Now, when it comes to any thyroid issue, including hypothyroidism, inflammation plays a big role. And when the thyroid is out of balance, getting plenty of the right nutrients is important. Now, unfortunately, if your dog's eating a commercial diet like kibble, it's going to be really difficult to get all those required nutrients to keep the thyroid healthy or to help it heal if it's in a diseased state. So avoiding processed foods is the first step to improving thyroid function. But what about specific foods? What's best to feed your dogs? Well, the top 4 nutrients that the thyroid needs to stay in tip-top shape are zinc, selenium, iodine, and iron. But like any organ, there are a number of different nutrients that will support this gland. So let's explore some foods that are really going to help support the thyroid and help prevent disease. Firstly, we want to make sure that we're focusing on lots of good high quality proteins, preferably from organic animal sources and not soy or other poorer types of protein that can be found in those processed foods. Why protein? Well, proteins, of course, are made up of amino acids, and our dogs need these to help make hormones in the body, including thyroid hormones. Now, without protein, these hormone cells can break down and lead to autoimmunity and other issues. Now, the thyroid gland has the function of controlling metabolism in the body, and when the diet's deficient in protein, the slowing down of your dog's metabolism starts to place them at risk of developing other diseases. Now, low protein diets also tend to suppress the function of the thyroid, leading to issues like hypothyroidism, symptoms like poor circulation, mood changes such as depression and anxiety, weight gain, and other symptoms can start to occur. And of course, a higher protein diet actually boosts metabolism naturally. So focusing on red meats, as long as there are no known allergies, is a good option here, as these tend to be higher in iron, zinc, and other thyroid-loving nutrients. Try organic where possible. In regards to proteins, I would initially avoid eggs, as these are a higher allergen food and may cause problems with any thyroid issue. Number 2 is bone broth. Well known for its benefits in regards to healing the gut, bone broth is also a thyroid-loving food. Why? Well, firstly, because bone broth contains anti-inflammatory nutrients such as amino acids, glucosamine, and chondroitin. Now, as I mentioned earlier, inflammation is underlying many thyroid problems, and this chronic inflammatory pattern can negatively impact thyroid function. So consuming anti-inflammatory foods like bone broth can help mitigate this. In addition, broth is rich in collagen, which helps gut healing, and this in turn helps keep that thyroid healthy. And don't forget all those beautiful dense combination of minerals in broth, including selenium, which is one of those important thyroid minerals. Now, giving a little broth daily or even just a few times a week can keep that thyroid function normally. Number 3 today is salmon and other fatty fish. Now, we all know about the benefits of omega-3 with oily fish. And of course, these help reduce the inflammation. And this, of course, is essential, as I just mentioned, in keeping that thyroid healthy. But as much as omega-3 fats are important here, don't forget the benefits of the naturally occurring levels of vitamin D that is found in oily fish that have a significant impact on thyroid health. Now, vitamin D, actually it's a hormone, and its receptors are found within every thyroid cell, which means that good levels of vitamin D are needed to make sure your dog's thyroid produces plenty of thyroid hormone. Now, in addition, vitamin E helps regulate the immune system. Now, if the immune system is out of balance, as is the case in autoimmune diseases, this can lead to hypothyroid and other problems. So vitamin D can help regulate this and bring the immune system back into balance. So adding in salmon and other oily fish a few times a week can bring good levels of omega-3 and vitamin D to your dog in a form that their body can actually assimilate properly without toxicity. And don't forget too that of course oily fish supply good levels of naturally occurring iodine, zinc and selenium that we mentioned earlier for thyroid health. And number 4 today, dark green leafy veggies like spinach, collard greens, chard and kale. Now these are all rich in magnesium, vitamin A and iron along with good fiber levels. We know that iron is essential for a healthy thyroid, but what about magnesium and vitamin A? Now, vitamin A is necessary for the production of thyroid hormones. Thank you, Poppy. Specifically, it produces the inactive hormone thyroxine or T4. And this hormone is a precursor to the active form T3, which helps regulate your dog's metabolism and other body functions. Now, as an antioxidant, vitamin A also protects the thyroid from free radical damage, as well as supporting the immune system in a similar way to vitamin D. And this is important from that autoimmune perspective. Now, what about magnesium? Magnesium is essential to help the thyroid convert that inactive T4 hormone to the active T3. Without sufficient magnesium levels, this process becomes much more challenging for your dog's thyroid. Now, as well as this, magnesium helps reduce inflammation in the body, which can of course lead to those hypothyroid conditions, as well as helping to reduce stress levels, which can long-term lead to thyroid imbalance and poor hormone production. So adding in these veggies a few times per week can really be beneficial. And just a note here on kale and other veggies that are found in the brassica family like broccoli. Now we all know that if we feed these in their raw state to our dogs, that they can prevent the thyroid from absorbing adequate levels of iodine due to interference from what are known as goitrogen compounds. Now I want to make it clear here that this tends to happen when you feed your dog large amounts of these veggies regularly. So in small amounts, it's definitely far less of an issue. But alternatively, if you are concerned about this, you can lightly cook these particular vegetables, as cooking actually destroys the enzyme that is responsible for activating these compounds in the body. Now, I still believe feeding small amounts in their raw form is a better option, as there are just so many other naturally occurring nutrients that these veggies supply in their raw form. Now, it's also important to remove inflammatory, toxic and processed foods from the body. Now, these raise inflammation, wreak havoc on your dog's gut and place extra burden on the thyroid. So avoid feeding your dog processed foods and treats like kibble, as I mentioned earlier, along with dairy, soy, gluten and kelp supplements, as these can actually lead to thyroid imbalances over the long term. Oh, and don't forget too, the healthier that your dog's thyroid is, the far less likely they are to be plagued by recurring infections like yeast and bacterial infections. So that's just a good tip to remember. Well, as you can see, there are some great benefits to adding these 4 foods into your dog's diet to help keep their thyroid healthy. And if they are already suffering from some sort of thyroid condition like low thyroid function, there's still great choices, although I would be more careful with those brassica veggies in their raw state if your dog has hypothyroidism. And if your dog does have some type of thyroid condition, I would love to hear from you. Please comment below, let me know all about what your experience is. Or if you do need help, please feel free to reach out to me. My contact details are below, and of course I'm open for all bookings. Well guys, I hope you did enjoy this video today. I hope you found it of some benefit. If you did, please do give it a like. I appreciate that. And also don't forget to share the video. This gets it out on YouTube to help other dog owners. I do apologize for Poppy barking. I don't know what it is, but every time I want to do a video, she has to just make noise or want me to take her outside or do something. So sorry about that. I hope you're having a really good day, guys. I look forward to catching up with you in another video next week. But until then, take care. I'll talk to you very soon. Bye for now.